Hey, have you ever heard a family secret so deep it literally haunts the generations that come after? Yeah, today I've got a story that hits right at the heart of that. A farmer's last haunting request, and how his grandson uncovered the truth 50 years down the line. Stick around, because this one's wild and really makes you think about family, memory, and closure. Hey everyone, I'm Brad Williams. You know me from the stage and screen. But today I'm diving into a story that's less about laughs and more about the mysteries that can haunt a family for decades. So let's get into it. First up, picture the last days of a farmer living out in the countryside. His life one of hard work, quiet mornings, and a legacy that he hoped would live on. Before he passed, though, he made a peculiar final request, something he asked his family to do, or maybe not do. That request was buried in mystery. And the family? Well, they couldn't shake the weight of not knowing exactly what to do with it. Imagine how that feels. A piece of someone's last wishes floating in the air without clear direction. It's like a ghost whispering through the years. As years rolled by, that weight became a kind of silent ache in family gatherings, a question mark that no one dared to fully confront. The farmer's children and grandchildren grew older, each wrestling with their own version of the story, unsure if they were honoring his wishes or missing something crucial. Sound familiar? Family stories often twist and turn in this way, fragments of memory turning into puzzles that only get harder to solve with time. Now here's where things get even more interesting. Fast forward 50 years and the grandson, the youngest in the family, starts to dig deeper. Maybe it was curiosity or a sense of responsibility, but this young man really wanted to know what his grandfather meant, what that last request was all about. And isn't that just human nature? We want to crack the code, find the truth behind the stories whispered around kitchen tables. What the grandson uncovered wasn't just a piece of family lore, it was a truth that shifted their entire understanding of the past. Turns out that haunting request tied into something bigger than anyone realized. Maybe it was a secret buried in the farmer's old journals, or a message tucked away in letters nobody read carefully before. Whatever it was, it touched on history, on relationships, and on the way memories can reshape themselves when the light of new discovery shines on them. I love this part of stories, the moment where the past meets discovery. It's like peeling back layers you didn't know were there. Did you ever find out some surprising family secret later in life? Drop those stories down in the comments, I'm curious. Some of the best stories come from the stuff you find tucked away and forgotten. As the grandson pieced it all together, the family had to reckon with their own feelings. A mixture of relief, regret, and maybe even forgiveness. Because sometimes when you finally understand what someone's last wishes were, it doesn't just answer a question, it starts healing old wounds. And frankly, who among us wouldn't want that? This story also reminds me of how important it is for us to talk openly with family, to share our wishes, no matter how hard, so those mysteries don't linger long after we're gone. Makes you think about what you would want your family to know and remember, doesn't it? And hey, since we're talking about family and legacy, let me know, what's a story or memory you wish you could go back and ask a grandparent about? Share it. I love hearing those personal moments. It's amazing how much we all connect through these stories. All right, before I let you go, if you enjoyed this deep dive into a family's past and want to hear more stories like this, mixing mystery with heart, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me keep bringing you content that gets you thinking and feeling. And don't be a stranger in the comments. I read every single one because your stories and thoughts make this whole thing worth it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm Brad Williams, and I'll see you next time with more stories that make you wonder about life, family, and everything in between. Take care!